Alrighty. So, what I want to do here is I actually want to share with you what a general cold calling script and a general email cadence looks like. Um, Given that you'll be leveraging these or something like these, and you'll also probably create your own at some point as well. Um, but anyway, one of the reasons I wanted to share this video is because most other sales industries don't really have this need for cadencing. And though cold calling is a normal part of a lot of sales industries, the cold emailing and cold email sequencing campaigns is not. So the combination of cold calling and cold emailing and combining the two into a cadence to land meetings is something that's unique to the B2B sales world. And so if you're listening to this and you come from a B2C sales environment, or you're only familiar with B2C sales, aka business to consumer, where you sell directly to the individuals and not to companies, if that's all you know, and that's likely all you know because of movies too, as well, by the way, no big Hollywood movies go into the business to business sale. But anyway, if you're coming from this world and you likely don't have familiarity with the language and the approach that is used to land these meetings, and yet it's a really normal part of this job. So I want to familiarize you. Um, this is an example of a what a cold calling script looks like. It's really short, as you can see, um, and that's intentional. The purpose of getting a cold call is to land a meeting, in which case you then start to pitch them and see if there's a good fit. But the cold call itself is not a pitch, really. It's just an attention grabber. It's a hook. And then once you hook them, then you work it and then you set the meeting. But apart from setting the hook, there's no other intention to the cold call. The reason why is because you're catching folks off guard. And so if you're catching them off guard, that means they probably don't have the time to talk or actually have a productive meeting. Again, you're trying to be quick, get in, get what you need, and get out. So this is an example. I'm going to go through it. Hey, name. This is blank calling from the mentorship software company. I know I'm calling you out of the blue here. Would you happen to have 27 seconds to tell you why I called? And by the way, that's called an interruption. Basically, that I'm just trying to do a pattern interruption, get them out of their thought process and get them to pay attention to me. I recommend it. Anyway, usually they say, yes, I do have 27 seconds, or nope, I only have 30 seconds. Haha, whatever. Thank you. Basically, what we do here at Mentorship Company is we pair employees to mentors from our pool of Fortune 500 business leaders to help them with soft skill development and leadership development. I know that you're responsible for human resources and leadership development at company, so I wanted to see if there's a topic of discussion for you, and if so, how we can go about scheduling 30 minutes for a better introduction. Boom. That's it. This cold calling script made me hundreds, thousands of dollars. Seriously. And it made the business, the software company I was working for, millions of dollars. It worked. Um, and basically the idea is that you quickly and briefly and simply explain what you do, enough to grab their attention. You personalize the script a little bit. Notice how I have things like initiatives and company. These are the points where I customize it to them based on what I see on the internet or on their LinkedIn profile, and that tends to work really well for me. From there, I set the meeting with the AE. After that, it's you usually leverage some sort of cold emailing cadence or messaging campaign. And I'm going to scroll down to the bottom so you can see what this looks like. But it's a couple touches. It's a couple different emails. This one's about 5 different emails. So you mix this in with the cold calling, and it's supposed to help you land more meetings. So again, this is an example of one that worked really well for me. And I'll break it down in a bit. I'm not going to go one by one. I just want to read the first one. But essentially, what I'm doing is saying, hey, we haven't met. You don't know who I am. I saw on LinkedIn that you're responsible for XYZ initiatives at XYZ company. So I wanted to run this idea by you. Dot, 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 dot. Then I basically explain what we do in a very simple, concise manner. And then I do some social proof. We are partnered with over 250 companies, including some of the biggest brands that you know, to help them do X, Y, and Z. We'd love to see if this is a good fit for your company. Are you open to chatting next week to learn more? Boom, set the meeting and enter into a sales cycle. And then after that, it's me just sending screenshots of the tool, explaining a bit more about what we do, just bringing it to the top of the inbox and asking for time. You always ask for time. That's the common theme here. Um, and yeah, I just keep doing that for a couple more times throughout the email campaign, explaining what we do, asking for time. I do it again here. Um, and then on the last email, that's what's called the breakup email. I basically say, hey, I apologize that I had to email you out of the blue. I just thought that you were responsible for XYZ situation at the company. Are you still running those programs? And I asked one last time if they're open a meeting with me, whatever. And that's it. That's what the campaign generally looks like, and what the verbiage usually looks like. Because it's business to business sales, you have to be brief, you have to be abrupt, but you also have to include social proof and explain what you do, the benefit of what you do, and have it all in a message that's easy to retain and listen to and understand the first time. It shouldn't be complex. It shouldn't cause confusion or overthinking. You want the person on the other line who's reading the email or listening to the cold call to basically understand what you do and quickly say either yes or no. That's all you want. That's the point of these messaging campaigns. Your company that for which you're going to get hired at is likely going to have some of these built out already, but in many cases you'll also have to create your own once you get comfortable with the sales process. So that's it. I hope this provides some more clarity.